Thanks for joining, everyone. I think you're going to enjoy this one. I'm going to smack my way through a load of altcoin charts in no particular order today. This is going to be a good one. Stick around to the end of this video, though. We're going to finish it on Bitcoin. I'm going to give you my key opinion on Bitcoin on a lower time frame. But first of all, we're going to smack our way through 10 altcoins. Yes, 10. We're going to absolutely fly through these. So in no particular order, we are going to hit the charts right now. But if you are new here for the first time, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell, select all notifications, go back and watch previous videos. And guys, if you enjoy the content, take a second to smash that like now. Right, let's dive into the charts. Right, starting off with AVAX, guys. AVAX, I think, is an interesting one we've been following on the channel quite a bit recently. One that was kind of really unfortunate trading. Did try to get the short, which I expected to come. I went like literally about 24 hours too early. Wish I'd waited till Saturday morning. It didn't play out, no problem. We stopped out. But yeah, little more of an exit pump again on AVAX, and it's trickling its way down, further going down today. Now, guys, you're going to see this a lot on a lot of these charts I'm going to show you. They're not all the same, but you know, many of them are similar. AVAX, a lot of lower lows, a lot of lower highs. Absolutely zero reason to be bullish. Again, yes, people saying it's cheap. Yes, people will be thinking this is a good time to DCA. If that's your strategy, not financial advice. I'm not going to criticize you. Good luck to you. I hope that everyone in the community will make money. But for me, it's not a buy because there's such a high risk of much more downside coming, in my opinion. That is my primary expectation. So still expecting more lower lows and at least $7 target on AVAX. We are looking to purchase 20,000 AVAX on the channel to get our AVAX pool going. It's a significant investment. This is why we want to try and get this right. We want to try and get this as cheap as possible, and we're having conviction that lower lows are coming on AVAX. Lower targets still remain of 433, and you know, my worst case scenario target is 230. Don't want to see AVAX lose that. I think if it loses that, AVAX probably will not recover, but we remain in the downwards channel. No reason to see it as any way of getting out to the upside at any stage or calling bottom in. For me, we'd have to probably get up to around about this 1450 target at least, and I don't see that happening anytime at the moment. That's AVAX. Right, moving on. Really important one going on in crypto, one to not forget: BNB, the situation with Binance. If things get bad with Binance, it's going to be really bad for the whole market, Bitcoin, everyone's going to be affected. This is such an important chart out there, and it's a very bearish, very weak looking chart to me. So just be careful, guys. Be aware of this. Again, I've told you in previous videos, bulls need to reclaim $270 on BNB. In my opinion, I don't see that happening anytime soon. We just had a massive flag down as far as I'm concerned from the highs. We've broken out of that flag now. I believe this was just a free wave correction back in ending at the end of just before the FTX crash. Actually, it was. I got short on that. Took some fantastic gains on that short. I'm no longer short on BNB. I wish I was still holding that short, but I decided to close and lock that one in some time ago. But you never know, I might re-enter it. I'm still expecting us to drop out of this level at the moment. So 270, can't get bullish until we get there. Don't see that happening. I told you 206 was a key area. That's exactly where we are actually now at time of recording. This is sort of like a last line of current support. Once this support breaks, guys, I think it's going to get really ugly really fast. Got a possible new bear market low target of 135. But we are sort of back testing these candles all the way from February 21. Look how, you know, this just went up in a straight line, guys, and there's no reason why it can't go straight back down in a line. A lot of charts, a lot of history, a lot of chart patterns show us that these kind of things happen. So this is why this 206 is so key now, and really 270 is looking miles away, and it is desperately needed. Otherwise, this is going to get ugly. Primary expectation, it's ugly. You know, I've got this line squiggle drawn on from the last video. I'm leaving it on. I'm just going to leave it there. Let's see how it plays out. But much lower targets, bottom target potentially all the way down to $40 on BNB. That will link into a very bearish Bitcoin and a very, very bearish altcoin market, in my opinion. If that happens, lose $40, it's probably good Binance. So that's BNB. Right, moving on to ADA. Again, very bearish chart, has been for a long time. Again, similar to the AVAX chart, loads of lower lows, loads of lower highs in a massive downwards channel, and don't see turning around anytime soon. So first target, expecting ADA to lose 20 cent coming into the 19 cent region. Again, similar. You're going to see other altcoin charts like this. We need to break out of this these descending channels and to even consider bottoms being in. when I say consider, I mean consider, not confirm. Just because you get out of these channels does not mean things are flipping bullish. Just be careful. But very bearish while we're still in there, and looking around about 19 cents. If that breaks again, we've got candles to back test here. Similar in 2020, going to see this on a whole host of altcoins. I do think that this is, just a great big bubble pop, multi-year bear market, and we are coming back to, reclaim the liquidity and get the people who have been hodling all this time to be the last sellers and eventually capitulate in this market. I do believe that this is what this money grab is about, and why this is a huge cash is king environment. Lower targets potentially, 9 cent. I do think that is going to come in. I do think we're going to see 10 cent Cardano, and again, if things get a bit ugly, do not rule out 5 cent. Again, 5 cent ish range is probably last line of defense for Cardano. ADA, lose that. I don't think it's got any chance of recovery, but that's not my primary. But let's see if we get down to sort of this 15 to 10 cent region. But not a buy yet at the moment. It looks fantastically cheap because people were buying this at $2, $1.50, $1. I'm sure some of you watching bought it there, and you're thinking, oh my god, I would have screamed for this 25 cent 12 months ago. Well, it's here now, but guys, I still think you can drop 50%. That's my opinion. Again, not financial advice. If you're DCAing, good luck to you. Right, moving on. One we are short in our trading zone in our Discord. Bitcoin Cash. Right, okay, Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, we had this pump in June. Went up in a straight line. I think it was just a massive exit scam pump, in my opinion. Grabbing a load of exit liquidity. Time to get out of Bitcoin Cash. Maybe some market makers, some big players getting out of Bitcoin Cash. I do not think we can confirm the bottom in. Yes, it looks really bullish after you've had looks like a consolidation range for a lot of the second half of 2022. Some people say, oh, that was an accumulation phase, and Bitcoin Cash is off on its own little bull market here. But do I think Bitcoin Cash is going to do its own thing, like I said, have its own bull market where everything else is going down? No, I don't. So we had the high, we got in short, we've had two lower highs since. Took some profits here once we hit that 160-ish region where I was expecting a bounce. That played out absolutely beautifully. I actually fully closed the trade, and then I got back in on this bounce. Yes, I went a little bit early. I got in about 215, and obviously we got up to about 250. I just added a little bit more. I can't remember exactly what my average is at the minute. It's around about 220 or whatever. But either way, holding. If it goes higher, no problem. I'm just going to add to this short. But right now, things are looking pretty good. We've pulled back. Time recording 213. We are in the green on that trade, but not taking gains yet because I am expecting us with the two lower highs to now look for the lower low. Lower low will be coming in at around about 146 is what I'm looking for. Just to have a look at some of these highs over here. February 23, we also are up there in July 22. After that, next target will be 124, and then we're going to work our way down. Double bottom will be in play on this one, around about $89. But again, looking at candles to the left, $70 looks an interesting area for Bitcoin Cash. So do not rule out a lower low on Bitcoin Cash. Right, next one, Chainlink. This chart is up a little bit different compared to other charts, just because of the previous video I made on Chainlink, just to show why I could not understand why so many people were getting bullish on this Chainlink. Oh, there's this new narrative, the CCIP, blah blah blah. It's just narratives in bear markets, folks. We see how all these narratives keep coming out to provide more exit liquidity, and I do not think that Chainlink is any different in that regard. Again, multiple lower highs on this one. Instead of me just putting the lower highs, I'm showing you all the prices as it's trickling down. And the same with the lower lows, 3 lower lows, and now we're looking for lower low number 4. I am heavy short on Chainlink in the green at the minute, getting in around about 775, and we're now down at 735. But again, whether this one goes up, I may add again, but let's see what happens. But for the minute, possible lower high number 6 in, and looking for that, like I said, that 4th lower low. And yeah, targets, minimum target $4.27. But again, it could get a lot more bearish, and we've got these eventual targets. If this channel breaks to the downside, $3.40, $2.50, and then I've got a 150-ish region on Chainlink as well. Do not want to see Chainlink go lower than that in the bear market. Again, it would be extremely hard to recover. But 250 Chainlink, I think it's happening. Again, all these targets, guys, if you think I'm mad, you got a totally different opinion, that's cool. I'll engage with anyone. Leave us a comment below. Love to hear your thoughts on that. Now, before we quickly hit some other charts, I just wanted to talk about our lifetime membership NFT. Again, I've just showed you the ADA chart. Our lifetime membership ADA, our lifetime membership NFT is available for 1,800 ADA. ADA is obviously very cheap at the minute. You guys can do the maths on that. I do not want people, coming back in the middle of the bear market thinking, in the middle of the next bull market, wishing that they'd bought our lifetime membership NFT as cheap as it is now. So you could be one of the early ones to join the rest of our community that have got in on this at such a great price, because there's only ever going to be 500. It gives you the full Discord access, Elliott-wave theory lessons with Savage, access to our trading zone. You get the weekly AMA with the team, and you get our buy zones. Our buy zones are being updated by Friday this week on a whole host of coins, and we got much more features coming soon. But if the lifetime membership NFT isn't for you and you just want to join the free Discord and join the community, that's absolutely cool. Just links in the description below for our Discord. Come and join the community. And we've got fantasy crypto restarting this weekend. You got to get your picks in by Sunday, and that'll run for 8 weeks. It's absolutely free to join. We've already given away 600 USDT for free, and now we've got another 300 USDT up to be won in the next fantasy crypto round. So join the Discord for free. Come and find out about fantasy crypto. Again, it won't cost you anything, and you can win genuine USDT for just taking part. Right, let's get back into the charts. Right, next one, MATIC. Again, just running through a lot of channel favorites here. I think there was a big free wave correction. Now, going back all the way to June 22, I actually bought a decent bag of MATIC at 32 cents. I had that buy order in for a long time. It only just triggered. I think the low was 31.7 or 8 or whatever it was. Anyway, it was just under 32 cents. So that was a fantastic buy. Now, what I thought there would be a sort of 3x pump, and I sold all that MATIC at 85 cents, just trying to get out before about 90 cents. Admittedly, in hindsight, it's so easy to say in hindsight, look, gains was gains, but I sold that bag early because it actually did about a 5x pump correction, obviously getting up to 150. I didn't think it was going to get that high. I was thinking maybe 90 cents or a dollar. It's all hindsight, right? But no problem. I made some decent gains, and I also did pretty well shorting MATIC over here. Once it got up to 150, I did admittedly take my eye off the ball on this one. Would have been a great short, but I was in a lot of other positions at that time, so sometimes you can't be in a trade on everything. You've only got so much capital to work with, and if your capital is tied up in other trades, it is what it is. So I didn't get short on MATIC. It would have been a good one in hindsight, but either way, not a bullish chart in my opinion, because look at all these lower highs in this huge descending channel that we've had since, again, I believe that was just bear market rally exit pump, whatever you want to call it. Huge B wave in the middle, and we are going to see continuation and expecting lower lows on MATIC. Now, admittedly, this is still possible. This is one chart where the bottom was in when that time I'm talking about in June 22. Not my expectation, just saying it's possible, but no, primary expectation is we are still going to go to lower lows. So this 49 cent region is going to be key to hold, to give that bottom being in an opportunity on MATIC. If we lose that, the last narrative is going to be the double bottom. Once that breaks, lower targets 26 cent, 20 cent, and sort of around about 10 cent, where I do actually think this one could end in that sort of 20 cent to 10 cent region. I think this one's going to complete in the bear market and could be a good buy nearer the time, but we'll see. Things to get bullish for me, got to come out of this descending channel and get back above 90 cent. Once we get up there, I'd probably say there's a decent chance that the bottom was in all the way over here in June 22 on MATIC. But until then, still bearish, still expecting lower lows. A similar chart, Polkadot, again, huge descending channel, an absolute ton of lower lows and lower highs. A lot of people saying buy the fear on this, buy the dip. I respect a lot of those opinions. Yes, it looks juicy. It does look cheap. I'm going to tell you now, I think Polkadot is going to survive in the next bull run, and I do believe there's going to be some gains. And if you're a hodler, I can understand you wanting to buy at this level. If you're that kind of impulsive person who just has to be in the market, or maybe you're just DCAing your Polkadot bag, it looks a good buy today. Just if I'm just sitting in completely in cash though, like a lot of us are in our community. For me, it's not a buy at the moment because, again, I've just got that conviction of better prices to come, guys. It's as simple as that. I have to have that conviction if that's my belief, and that's the way I see it. So I think we're at least coming down to this 357 and then 260 after that on Polkadot. That's more of the target I'm looking for. But I will say that this one is higher risk at the minute. It is a bit worrying where it is because I don't really want to see it lose 260. It'll look really hard to come back for Polkadot from there. But the problem is that a lot of these altcoins, I'm still expecting 50 to 60% down, right? And if Polkadot hits that 50 to 60% down, it is going to be below the price. So high risk, high reward. I can understand why people are thinking maybe Polkadot's slightly ahead of the game here. It's possible. Just again, not my expectation. I still think, it's just wait, be cautious. It's one of those ones where you may even want to end up buying it higher, but at least you've got some confirmation that things are looking more bullish. It's high risk, but you guys make your call on that. But yeah, I get the price looks juicy. But anyway, moving on. HBAR, okay, slightly harder chart to read this one, I've got to be honest, but I do think again we're going to see lower bear market lows on HBAR. This was a pretty decent rally we had in February. We know a lot of these altcoins rallied in January or February, looked pretty good on HBAR, but since then we've set two lower highs and it's possibly a third lower high in from middle of September as well. So looks like HBAR's working its way down. Got two blue trend lines here of support. It's currently holding one. I think once that breaks, though, we are coming down to this 4.3 cent. And then next narrative after that, once we lose that trend line, that breaks, we are coming back in for the bear market double bottom. Probably get a rally from there, probably get a decent bounce again, set another lower high, and I think it'll just keep trickling down. I think we've got candles to test over here. Sub 3 cent, sub 3 cent looks absolutely programmed to me on HBAR, and I'm also expecting sub 2 cent. Sub 2 cent though could be a juicy buy. Again, it's a speculative one, HBAR, but there's a huge community of HBAR variants out there. I know the vast majority of them are going to be absolutely wrecked at the minute, but people are hodling this one, and I do think it's still a project that's active, and there's definitely some hope for Hedera, so it may be one for you, but again, not a buy for me at the moment, just because I still think there's a minimum 50% drop to come on HBAR. Now Render, another one I'm short. I'm really enjoying being short on this one. I think this is a great opportunity. Again, not financial advice, but I still think even if you're not in a position on this one, this is a chart to be looking at. This could be a good move to the downside. That said, obviously, if too many people start shorting this one, then do not be shocked if we head up for it like much higher and maybe for a double top. But at the minute, until that plays out, looking at the head and shoulders pattern, clear left shoulder head where we got in short around about 265. Been short on this one for a long time and looking to at least lose $1 on Render. I do just think that this one, again, Bitcoin Cash had sort of that exit pump. This one's a bit different because of it was just all the way down in the bear market launching at the time it did. I think it's essentially just had it sort of all the way up, all the way down bull run. That's basically the way I'm seeing it doing its own thing in the bear market. I just think it's going to be 3 waves up, 3 waves down, and start again. And that start again, could take out these highs, and Render could have a future in the next whole crypto bull market and could have a decent future above $3. So Render could be a decent buy, but if it goes all the way up and all the way down and coming down to sort of this 25 cent region, then Render could be a genuine 10 or 20x, maybe even higher potential, but again, just not a buy. It doesn't make sense to be buying here for me. I think you're limiting your potential gains, even if it holds and this pattern doesn't play out, but the downside looks good. The downside looks like a magnet to me on Render. So I'll start locking in gains, DCAing out of this one, out of that short position once we break $1. It did even add a little bit above 180. I was expecting a rally to about 170. We actually got up to 190, so the right shoulder went a little bit higher than I was expecting. But I do think that this is going to start rolling soon, and even if we get a few sideways days candles, that'll be pretty bearish looking on render for me. Now, next one, not looked at this one for a long time, but I think it's an interesting chart as well. Atom, okay, another channel favorite. I know a few people like this one in the Discord. All to be said about this one, a ton of lower highs. I was shorting this one back in September 22. Again, I went a little bit earlier, started short, and I think it was about $14, and it got all the way up to 17. I had to add, I was underwater, for like significantly underwater, I'll be honest, and I learned a little bit about risk management on this one, and I did. It was a bit riskier than I would normally promote, and you know, like I said, I learned from this one. But fortunately, you know, I got out of it and made some, you know, very good gains. I had to stay in the red for quite a while on that one. But again, it turned out to be fantastic gains. So this went down heavy with the lunar crash. Obviously, there was a lot of Atom linked with them and Do Kwon, etc. And then we got, you know, a very strong rally over. It was over a 3x, almost a 4x rally. People thought it was crazy shorting it, but no, I thought lower bear market lows could come on Atom. So this one I've got marked up as higher low bull trap. Reason being is because we had this rally, it came down higher low, and everybody thought that this move in February this year was going to take out these September of 22 highs, but they didn't. It just set a lower high. And it's been lower highs all the way down. So that turned out to be a fantastic bull trap. We've even gone all the way past that now, and an absolute ton of lower highs. And again, as many of these altcoins, just in a big descending, very nasty looking end of last leg down phase of the bear market, in my opinion, channel. That's the way things are looking. So double bottom in play, 567 time recording, we're at 670, so I think we've got quite a bit to go here. But then I think once that breaks targets of 420, 330 region, and then around about the $2. Do not want to see Atom below $2, below $2. As many, like I said to many of these coins, I don't think there's any recovery. So high risk, high reward potential on Atom. Similar sort of chart to Polkadot. It's a little bit less bearish than Polkadot, but it's still pretty bearish. You got to be honest. Right, finishing off bonus. That's us all the way through 10 altcoins, I believe. Bitcoin, folks. Okay, so Bitcoin on the 4 hours here. Time recording around about 26,732. Okay. I mentioned that there was two scenarios. First of all, my primary scenario, primary expectation. I told you I think there was just a free wave correction coming into around about 28.5, and we're going to drop down, and that's looking pretty good at the minute. I said there was a secondary expectation that we could just get a move higher to go for some huge liquidity, take out all the shorts, get loads of longs piling in, get everyone freaking crazy bullish, and get us a move to 32k to set a high right shoulder. At the minute, it doesn't look like that's going to play out. It's still possible. We can still bounce for now, but it's looking less likely. Why is it looking less likely? First of all, we've lost this local low time frame trend line that we were holding, and the next one that we're potentially looking to hold would bring Bitcoin into around about $26,000. So we're going to be watching that one and hold in the next few days. That's got to hold for me to be the last chance of getting up to 32. Break $26,000. You heard it here, folks. I think we're heading down. And then, yeah, obviously we know 25,000 is key support. Once that breaks, things are going to get pretty ugly fast. I think we'll see probably a bounce around about 24 as well. But I don't think that one will last long. And then 19.5 is going to be a really big area. I don't think we just walk through there. It's possible. You can always get something crazy happening in these markets. You can always get something happening globally on the macro, some disaster for the index markets, which could see Bitcoin fall straight through 19.5, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think buyers are going to come in there, or there's going to be a strong rally from there to set another lower high, carry on us chopping down. And again, you've seen my macro video on Bitcoin. Main target remains sub 10k, in my opinion. Again, you may think that's crazy or have a different opinion. Leave us a comment below. But that's Bitcoin at the minute, folks. So that wraps this one up there. Thank you all for watching. Again, if you've enjoyed it and you haven't already, smash the like. See you again.